Hello everybody, we are here on the Virgin Voyages the Scarlet Lady to go on a 9-day Eastern Caribbean cruise. I'm excited to try out the different restaurants here on the cruise and meet some new people. Let's head on inside. So we are here at the Wake for dinner tonight. First up for our starters, we got the hamachi kudo, also known as Japanese amberjack or yellowtail. Nice and thinly cut. Melts in your mouth. Some nice hibiscus and rhubarb in there. Solid appetizer. For a second appetizer, we got the bone marrow. Good. So far. Thank you. Get some of that bone marrow on the bread there. Great tasting bone marrow. The bread is a little overwhelming because of how thick it is, but that bone marrow is delicious. Now for our first entree, we got the filet mignon with a side of bone marrow béarnaise sauce. Cooked medium rare. It has a nice char flavor, nice and soft and tender meat as well. Let's try some with the sauce. Get that béarnaise, which is a egg lemon sauce. Delicious. That sauce is not too overpowering, but has a good amount of flavor to that steak. For our next entree, we got the New Zealand lamb chops, also with a side of béarnaise sauce. Medium rare. Some nice lamb flavor, not overcooked at all, and not too gamey either. I did enjoy the char grill of the filet mignon a little more. This doesn't have that char flavor, but it's still a great entree here. For our sides, we got the wild mushrooms, as well as the cream spinach. Let's try these mushrooms first. Perfectly cooked. You can taste that butter that they cooked it in, as well as some herbs on top. A nice side dish for your steak. And next we got the cream spinach, and there's some onions cooked on top there. A nice serving of everything in there. The onions add a nice crisp and also a good taste to that cream spinach. Melts in your mouth. For our dessert, first off, we got the panna cotta. So it is vegan. Typically, panna cotta is some kind of sweetened cream thickened with gelatin, so we're not going to get that gelatin here. Some pine nuts, I believe, on top. Nice and creamy. Has a delicious coconut taste. I can eat this all day long. And for our second dessert, we got the apple tartine. There's some mascarpone on top. Some caramelized apples. Beautiful presentation. Still nice and warm. Delicious flavor to those caramelized apples. A great dessert to finish off a great meal. So we are here at the test kitchen today. I'm pretty excited for the menu here. It's more of an experimental dining style, so we'll try some meals. So for our first dish, we got an eel dish. There's some seaweed on top. They said best way is to mix it all up. Have a little bit of everything in one spoon. The eel is cooked well. There's a nice crisp to that eel. And it comes in some kind of mushroom sauce. I'm usually not the biggest fan of eel, but this is a delicious meal, and I'll have two of these.
1, 2. Feel the smoke. Right? So, the smoke that you smell.
So for our next appetizer, we got the scallops, cooked with some black garlic, and smoked with applewood. Let's get a little bit of everything in there. Nice caramel color on top. A very delicate garlic flavor. You can really taste the scallops. Nice and soft, just melts in your mouth. And despite having a really strong smoky smell, it has a good enough light smoky flavor to it. Next up, we got the cheese tart. There's 2 types of mushrooms in there, some goji berries. Let's taste this. Get a little bit bite of everything in there.
Regular menu. Yes. These are drinks. Okay, you can have always a glass of red wine. The red wine's options will be next week.
There's some blue cheese in there, but it's not overwhelming by any means.
So the first course you have this thing, second course you have Sauvignon Blanc.
The mushrooms, a little bit of texture with those berries. And it comes with a brioche-like bun.
The red one will be this one, Syrah, third one. Syrah, yeah. Okay. So I'll just leave you a minute.
Let's try some with that cheese tart. Thank you.
It's okay. No, I mean, you can always have a question. Just call me, okay? Okay.
That bread is nice and soft, absorbs all that cheese. Delicious. For our entree, we got the chicken, 2 ways, one in the form of a pave. There's some mashed potatoes on the bottom mixed with spinach, and a morel mushroom sauce. Chicken is perfectly cooked, nice and juicy, a good crisp around it, and with that mushroom sauce, it's just full of flavor. Let's try that pave with that chicken breast and chicken thigh.
Berries on top and the portion mango, and then the bottom one, the crunch is the vegan sauce. Alright, so you can just spread
Oh, wow.
on top with the bread.
Packed with flavor.
Alright, I'll be back with your drink, yeah?
Nice crisp on top, full of flavor from that thigh, from the breast, as well as the chicken sausage in there. Delicious.
And then they recently redid Razzle.
And last but not least, we got the yuzu meringue dessert.
The lemon.
So yuzu is part of the Japanese citrus family, similar to a lemon, grapefruit, orange kind of taste. I actually never tried it before.
I'll tell my mom to get it for you.
So you got a piece of that yuzu and meringue in there.
That tastes good. We ain't messing with that.
Tastes pretty much identical to key lime pie, but it's much more lighter. And then a biscuit adds some good texture to that as well. Hello everybody, we are here at Extra Virgin tonight. For our first appetizer, we got the calamari with a lemon chili dip. It's a little too chewy to my liking, but that breading is nice and crisp, and that lemon chili sauce is just right. For our next appetizer, we got the beef carpaccio. Beautiful presentation.
We'll have to go where you hear it.
There's a truffle dressing on top that tastes delicious, and you can really taste those chanterelle mushrooms. Solid appetizer. For our first pasta dish, we got the oxtail agnolotti, which is a stuffed pasta. It's a nice rich sauce. I'll have a bite with those crisps. Those crisps add a lot of good texture to that agnolotti, and in that rich, delicate sauce, it's delicious. For our next pasta dish, we got the gemelli al nero seafood pasta, which is a squidding pasta with some shrimp and mussels in a sea urchin sauce. Let's get some more of the pasta in there. Pasta cooked perfectly. Tons of flavor from that sauce. And the mussels and shrimp as well have been cooked pretty perfectly. Another good pasta this year at Extra Virgin. For our entree, we got the sea bass. There's some nice grill marks on there. Comes with some Yukon potatoes and some fennel. Bass looks well seasoned. There's some good flavor to that sea bass. Nice and flaky. I do wish that the skin would be a little more crispy. Potatoes are cooked well, has some good texture to that. But overall, everything tastes pretty good, but I would wish that skin is a little crispier. And for our last entree, we got the New York strip, cooked a beautiful medium rare with some Calabrian chili butter. There's a nice char on top of that steak, cooked perfectly. Wow. It has some great grilled flavor, and that butter brings it up another notch. And the steak by itself without that butter is delicious as well. Now for dessert, we got the ricotta bombolone, which is a filled donut. There's some mascarpone and a blackcurrant compote. Let's try one by itself. Nice and soft and airy, just the right amount of sugar. Let's try some of that compote. Not sweet, more on the sour side, but just right. Overall, I enjoyed all the food I had here at Extra Virgin, from the appetizers to the pasta dishes to the main entree. I did appreciate that they had such a variety of options to choose from in case people are a picky eater. If you want fish, if you want steak, if you want seafood, they had pretty much everything there for you.
We were fortunate though.
So we are here at Pink Agave tonight. First up for our appetizer, we got the agua chile, which is tuna and avocado. The tuna is nice and fresh. And then avocado actually goes really well with the tuna. And it adds a little bit of a different textural component, which I really appreciate. Next up, we got the enchiladas de pollo, which is some chicken enchiladas with some salsa verde and crema. The enchilada is actually pretty soggy, and chicken doesn't have too much flavor to it, so not the biggest fan of this plate. Next up, we got the camarón amarillos, which is some seared shrimp and a mole. Let's have it by itself first. Cooked well and has some good flavor. Very well seasoned. Let's try that mole.
That's one of the ones you're looking at.
That mole brings the shrimp to the next level. Delicious. For our first entree, we got the pescado, which is a grilled striped bass with a mole verde. The fish is very well seasoned. Let's try some of that mole. It's just slightly spicy and adds a good amount of flavor. A tad bit on the dry side, but not bad. Next up, we got the pato, or roasted duck, and also some kind of mole.
And some shrimp. This is the last appetizer, right? This is what we do.
The duck is a little chewy, but it has a nice crispy skin, and it's packed with flavor.
One on the other side. One there.
I like this entree a lot more than the pescata. Delicious. And next, we got the ribeye steak with a Oaxaca cheese on top, and a chili entrees as well. Cooked medium rare. It's nice medium rare. The steak is nice, soft, tender, melts in your mouth. Let's try some with the chilies and cheese on top. The cheese doesn't really go that well with the steak. I honestly like the steak by itself without the cheese or the chilies, but I'm not a bad entree here. For an appetizer, we got the heirloom tomatoes with a spinach mousse.
Shrimp, alright? So this is the shrimp is the pasta is the same. This is still the same. It's a codfish and the shrimp as well with one and with the grilled shrimp on top with sun-dried.
Tomato is nice and fresh. That spinach mousse has a good amount of flavor. Let's get some of that basil in there. That basil brings the tomatoes to the next level. Delicious. Next up, we have the smoked salmon Agave, which has cucumbers done two ways, both pickled and regular, and a buttermilk sauce. Let's get some without the buttermilk first. Wow. You can taste that smoke flavor. Let's get some buttermilk in there. The buttermilk cream adds some nice richness to that salmon. It has nice citrus flavor as well. Delicious. Next up, we have a shrimp pasta. The pasta is actually made from shrimp, cod, and egg whites. Some jumbo shrimp up there, and with a lobster sauce. Let's get a whole bite of everything. Shrimp is very well seasoned, cooked perfectly. That pasta goes very well with the shrimp and the lobster sauce. Delicious, yet again. For a main course, we got the New Zealand rack of lambs, and it has a little ratatouille on the side, some eggplant, zucchini, tomato. Cooked medium rare. Let's get some jus in there. Wow. Very tender. Doesn't have a strong gamey flavor by any means. Cooked perfectly as well. The lamb is delicious. Let's try the ratatouille. There's some nice grilled flavor on that zucchini and eggplant. Another entree that is pretty good. For the next entree, we got the barley risotto. There's some butternut squash in there and some pumpkins as well. Some pumpkin seeds as well as a pumpkin puree. Risotto is cooked very well, nice and soft. And that pumpkin adds a ton of flavor. I do like the pumpkin seeds that were added. Added a good textural component. Hold this as well. Another good delicious entree here at Test Kitchen.
So how you enjoy?
And now for dessert, we got the mango dessert, which has some mango and passion fruit foam. The passion fruit has a nice strong flavor, goes well with the mango. And mango cream is absolutely delicious as well. Let's try a bite with all of them together, as well as the chia. The chia adds a nice crunch to it, and the mango having it both fresh and in that cream is delicious, and again adds some new textural components to the dish. Delicious. So looking at all the menus here so far, I enjoyed both menu A and menu B. with preference over this menu just because I enjoy lamb, shrimp, smoked salmon more so. But both of these menus were absolutely delicious. They actually have a third menu on these longer cruises. But I'm excited to try out the other restaurants here on the Scarlet Lady.
I had to turn the phone off because all I was getting was a white screen.
So we are here at Lucky Lotus by Razzle Dazzle. We got a few different appetizers to start. First up, we got the crispy walnut prawns. It has a slight ginger taste to it. It's nice and crispy, cooked perfectly. And I love that crispy skin over it. It's a nice textural component. Pretty good. Next up, we got the duck bao buns. And there's some hoisin sauce in there, which is made with garlic, some red chili flakes, and sugar. The bun is super soft. That hoisin sauce is a little overpowering. I don't taste much of the duck. It's a very strong, sweet sauce. But besides that, textures are on point. But again, don't really taste that duck in there. Next up, we got the pan-roasted vegetable dumplings with a soy sauce on the side. There's supposed to be some truffle in the soy sauce. I don't really taste that truffle, but the dumpling itself is pretty good. I like the crisp outer layer and nice and soft in the inner layers. Delicious. So we got a few different entrees here. First up, we got the fried fish. It's a sweet and sour sauce, and I believe it's a red snapper. Nice and soft and flaky. The breading sticks onto the fish. Cooked very well. Let's try some in the sweet and sour sauce. And it does in fact taste like red snappers. The sweet and sour sauce is good. I personally prefer the fish by itself. Next up, we got the grilled ribeye. There's some shishito peppers and some pickled red onions on top. Absolutely delicious. You can taste that grilled flavor on top of the ribeye. The black peppercorn sauce on top Adds a whole nother level of flavor. Cooked perfectly as well. I can eat this all day long. And finally, we got the basil chicken with a side of the pineapple shrimp fried rice. You can really taste the sesame oil, sesame seeds. It's slightly overpowering. And the chicken also has a nice spice to it. Very tender as well. Let's try some of that shrimp fried rice. The fried rice is delicious. The rice is very well cooked. I don't taste any pineapple though, and I don't see some either, so not sure where the pineapple part is coming from. But besides that, delicious entrees here at Lucky Lotus so far. For dessert, we got the banana and ricotta rangoon, and there's some kind of sauce there. Nice and fresh, super hot. Let's try some of that cream. Delicious. You taste the sweetness from the banana that was cooked, as well as that coconut cream, and that fresh hot wonton. This is a great dessert. And finally, we got the egg tart, which is made with vanilla and condensed milk. I'm not the biggest fan of this dessert. It didn't taste like what I was expecting. The breading is pretty hard, and just the egg tart itself, it has too strong of an egg flavor, and I just wouldn't call this a dessert per se. Overall, the food here at Lucky Lotus was pretty delicious, full of flavor, has a lot of good spice to it, and I'm pretty satisfied with the appetizers, entrees, and that ricotta rangoon dessert. So we're here at Gunbae today, and for our first appetizer, we got the crispy chicken. There's some pickled daikon there on the side, and it's in a chili sauce. Some sesame seeds on top. That sauce is full of flavor, has a slight spice to it. And the chicken is cooked well. I love that crispy outer layer. And with the soft and tender chicken inside, it's delicious. Next up, we got some bibimbap, which is some rice, egg, and some mixed vegetables in a gochujang sauce. The rice is well cooked. That gochujang sauce has just the right bit of spice to it all. A good appetizer here at Gunbae.
After the first bite, it can be a little bit specific, but
Next up, we got the mixed seafood pancake. There's some shrimp and calamari in there. And we got the first round, some mushrooms, zucchini, and eggplant. Let's try out that scallion pancake first. There's a nice crisp to that pancake. The calamari is cooked perfectly, not chewy at all. Let's try some in their sesame oil sauce. Nice, crispy, and the interior is delicious. Trying some of that grilled eggplant now. Tastes good. Same for the zucchini and lastly the mushrooms. All cooked well by our chef here at Gunbae. Next up, we got the seafood. So there's some squid, octopus, and shrimp. We'll try the shrimp in the sweet and sour sauce. Nice. Shrimp is cooked perfectly as well. Let's get into that squid. Nice and soft. That flavor just melts in your mouth. And lastly, the octopus. I'll try that in a little bit of a sweet and sour sauce. The flavor of the octopus by itself was really good. The shrimp tasted good with that sweet and sour, but I'd rather eat the octopus by itself. Next up, we got the Calbee beef short ribs. Delicious. You can taste that natural beef flavor. The fatty bits of beef Adds so much flavor to that bite, and it just melts in your mouth. Overall, I like the beef just a little bit more than the seafood, and that a little bit more than the mushrooms and vegetables. But all three were good so far. Lastly, for dessert, we got the mango ice cream. It comes with some mochi, some caramel, and granola. Delicious, exactly how you expect it to taste. And with this last bite of mango, we conclude our dining experience here at Gunbae and our 9-day Eastern Caribbean cruise. Until next time on Arman Travels.